Hello and welcome. I'm Inverta Umbra, and this is Dwarf Fortress Basement Born. So we can see we're starting off on the Dwarf Therapist screen. I haven't actually changed that much. I just added a few detailing labors to some people, one new miner and one new woodcutter. I'm actually going to kind of wait for the jobs to pan out and see how where I need people and how many idlers I have. So let's get back into it. Let's see here. Let's start resuming. I did a quick clean with DF Hack to see if I could recover some of my lost frame rate, and unfortunately, it didn't actually seem to do that much. There's some contaminants, which I'm guessing might be some blood from the hunters, obviously hunting things, and there might have been something else, I'm not certain. But I thought it would clean up around the trees mostly, but nope, it did not. So the trees still have a lot of willow fruit. I did not know that willows had fruit. I imagine they have some sort of flower, but oh well, whatever. So we're still continuing to work on this, and I think I can now start this venture because I should have about oh, what is it? 5 stone detailers. And if they ever get to idling about, this is what they can work on. Right now, I think those stone detailers are working on other things, though. There's one who is he came as a, yeah, engraver, but he's storing items in stockpiles, so. Alright, well, time to slaughter. I don't really need a grown blue peacock. So just get the meat and leather that we can. And let's go ahead and head over here and take a look. So they did a little bit of mining, but they haven't done much there. I think they're mostly concerned with this. Well, where are my dwarves? Ah, they're up here. They're finally digging into this bit. So fortunately, this will allow me to get some pins set up and my leather working and cloth working up here. And this is where I'm going to keep it because most of my cloth working is going to come from plants such as pigtails. Um, and the leather, well, I'll keep the animals on this level. So, uh, damp stone. Oh, but I'll be keeping the animals on this level so they'll just be able to do it all here. And hopefully I'll be able to get some simple armor made up for my dwarves. And there's a few of the peasants who migrated in who seem like they might make a decent hammer or axe dwarf. I'm trying to think if I want to make some hammers out of silver. The great thing about silver is it's a very dense metal. I think the only more dense one that you can work with, actively work with, is platinum, I believe. But the problem with those metals is they're not very good at weapons grade. Why does it keep dragging me over there? I don't know. They're not very good weapons grade materials, so they don't. In combat, they have a hard time penetrating armor. So that can make them a little problematic. I'm hoping. I'm hoping if I do use them, that the dwarves will be trained enough that they can get through most stuff with it. Ah, wow. That is really annoying. Like, I know that there's water above them, but it's not down here, so. Wonder if maybe I should just start trying to drain some of these smaller pools. Alright. And do that. Let's take a look at this layer. Has any engraving started? No. Wait, how did I get one of these doors wrong? That door needs to go somewhere else. Man, I really need to eat something like really spicy or something like that because this stuffy nose from the change of seasons is not nice. No bueno. Alright, let's see here. So we've got all this set up. I think it's about time. So I want to remove this. And then, is this set up yet? Oh, I've still got more I've got to do up here. So build, C, we're going to make a floor. We're going to expand out. And maybe I'll make this into just one of the towers. I don't have a huge amount. Oh wait, hold on, I can build a little more there. And there we go. I don't have a huge amount of space to do it, but maybe I could like honestly, I'd want to set another tower like somewhere over here, and then maybe one down this way and one there. That could be kind of cool. Maybe that's what I'll work towards. The other towers, though, will have to be built out of stone, and eventually I want to disassemble this one. So now the dwarves are getting rid of that road that we had. I want to get rid of that damp stone message that's still there. So now our carpentry dwarves are actually getting to it. So do we have 3 miners actively? Let me go check something real quick in Dwarf Therapist. Is the new miner I assigned, is he actually mining? Nope, he's hauling. Which reminds me I need to change his job list real quick. He's not a constructor. He's not supposed to be doing wood hauling. And he's not supposed to be doing refuse hauling. Commit the changes. Alright, let's get back to it. And I don't know if that other pick got made yet. No, it didn't. Alright. Well, I know I have some people who are actually smelters, so I think they just need to get some time that they're not actively, excuse me, actively mining or hauling. So that may take a while. I may have to let my dwarves stop doing different things. So I want to create a small moat right here. Nothing fancy, just that little thing. And when the miners dig it out, they're going to leave ramps behind, so even the caravans will still be able to come through that. But then I plan to put a bridge, a raising bridge, over that. And that'll be our first line of defense. And I kind of want to build a road. I think maybe a road to the north? Oh, we got our first mood dwarf. So basically basically, the dwarf who's just taken by a Fey mood. I can't remember what Fey is. Who was it? A beekeeper. Um, let's do a quick switch over. And read dwarves. So, let's see. Is it this one? It's not that. Hey, someone's smelting the cheese right. It's this guy right here. He's a crafter. Well, he's a beekeeper. Oh, he's a child. Oh. Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. I take it back. So what's his skill? I guess he's, I think if they don't have a normal craftable skill, they just automatically default to, some type of craft dwarf. Usually stone, I think. But I can't remember. Certain moods are better than others. So all moods usually produce a masterwork unless they can't get the required items. Um, but moods that are of a certain type will actually increase the dwarf's skill up to legendary. And but there's, I think, not sure. I think Fey may be the one that no, possessed. I think possessed is the one that says that they don't get the skill; they just produce the artifact. But think of it as like divine inspiration. Now, let me check. Summer's arrived on the calendar, which means I remember seeing humans on the overscreen. And I don't mind trading with humans, so as soon as my game gets done saving, oop, as soon as my game gets done saving, I'll probably start working on some crafts or something. Okay, there we go. Let's check jobs real quick. Rock mechanisms, bone bolts. I'm going to... Can I cancel an order? R for remove. Alright. Q, new order, crafts. I want to make rock crafts. There we go. And let's just do a perpetual order. Some craft dwarf is just going to work on that. And then where is our possessed or fey mood? Let's see. He's a beekeeper. This guy right here. Let's zoom. Zoom to unit Z. Looks like he's grabbing. What have you got there? Well, she is married, has 2 children. 79 years old. So to heal. Alright. I just want to see what she's carrying. I don't know how to do that, so hopefully that's something interesting. I think that's Galena? Well, let's follow this dwarf. Let's see where they're going. Hold on. Crafts Dwarf Workshop. So it's probably going to be some jewelry or something menacing with spikes of Galena. You know, normal dwarven stuff. Hopefully they have everything they need. So if a dwarf who is taken by a strange mood doesn't have everything they need, well, one, they will sit on the Rock, which we have, I know. Cut gems. I don't have cut gems. So let's build a temporary workshop. And we're just, I know we've got some gems. And we're just going to do that. I wish I could set that as a priority building. If they don't wind up getting what they need within a certain amount of time, you pretty much lose that dwarf. They either go into a rage that they'll never cease from, or they'll go melancholy and just never really do anything, and really, I think they'll eventually just die of starvation. Let's see. You, ranger with no job. Z, go to unit. B. Wrong thing. Would like to give you a job. See, I don't remember how to do it from this. But, Estan. Let me go look for Estan real quick. I'm pretty sure he's one of the new migrants. Estan. You don't have any job, really? No, you don't. Well, how good are you at gem cutting and gem setting? Not great. But I think that's all I need is I'm going to set you to cut gems. Let's see. Estan. There we go. Construct building, yes. Alright, and then I just need to make at least one cut gem. So how many dwarves do we have? 49? Oh, that means some dwarves are using the, are probably using the dormitories. Alright, let's see. As soon as he gets done with it, there we go. I just want to cut one gem. C? No, not that one, because I don't believe I have any smoky quartz. I know I have turquoise. I like turquoise, so let's throw that on something. Cut that gem. Somebody grab a turquoise, and I believe there's some nearby too. Hopefully somebody gets that soon. Hey, and they've started engraving. Hopefully the dwarves will also enjoy having a very nicely smooth dining room. Maybe at some point I'll add waterfalls. Alright, that looks like someone's bringing the turquoise. Someone's cutting the turquoise. And I know this is riveting gameplay, but alright, so he has that. What else does he need? Rock, cut gems. Maybe he needs more than one. Yeah, it paused on it for a long period of time. Maybe it is. This only shows what we have. So I'm going to. You know what? If we have that, go ahead and cut it. I know we have some tanzanite. So just set them to cut those. Give it different things. And let's go to F4 real quick. So what is tanzanite? Is it this purple stuff? Yes. Purple and kind of green. That could go well together. Please, my dwarves. Anyone going to cut Jasper Opal? Cool. That's that ranger. So it won't be pretty, but it won't really matter. This will be the first artifact of the fortress. always a touchy thing with your first one. I started the mysterious construction, so it was... I don't know what color a jasper opal is. Some type of white? Alright, so he's begun mysterious construction. From there on, as long as I don't do anything to interrupt his, like deconstruct the craft Dwarf workshop, he'll be fine. He'll get his job finished. We're gonna go and we're gonna set up for trade. I know we made some, crafts. There we go. And just because I don't know if that's going to be enough to get all I want, grab some of the gold nuggets. I have a wealth of them, and they'd be better if I smelted them down, but do with what we can. Alright, so I have my dwarves. Start hauling that stuff there. And the only caravan I really don't like trading with is the Elven caravan. They very rarely have anything good. Occasionally they'll have some exotic animals if you're looking for those, and food and maybe some cloth, but the human caravans are more likely to have materials you'll need. Alright, so they're dragging up the gold nuggets now. Someone's making masterpiece beds. Store item in stockpile. Doesn't look like anyone's hauling. So let's see if I can request trader. So we finished smelting the Tehedrite. I wonder... So let's go check our stockpiles. And we're looking for bars. Because that's what this stuff is. Yep. So we got like 12 silver bars, but about 65 copper. And that's just how that divides out. Where did we get a nickel bar from? 10 lay pewter, black bronze. I think this is some of the stuff that's in the depot. So, but we usually get about for every 3 copper, it's 1 silver from Tehedrite, I believe. Let's see. Can we trade? No. We're still waiting for our trader. Where is that guy? The manager. Construct rock mechanisms. Oh no. No, 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 no. I didn't realize you were that person. You're only 9 away, but we're going to cancel that for right now. Please get to the trade depot. We should have some time, but I just don't want to lose all that valuable goods. It seems like so far... Oh. A Galena ring. Alright, let's look at the... Oh, no, wrong. Is it L? Shift L? Let's view the description. Galena ring. All craft store ship is in the highest quality, or is of the highest quality, is encrusted with a rectangular Galena carbotron and rose-cut jasper opals. This object is adorned with hanging rings of turquoise. Wow, there's not even any spikes on it. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, that's a very undorfy piece of jewelry. Our manager's still constructing rocker mechanisms. Let's check on. Go up 1 floor. Where are my miners right now? some beds placed in, because I know we're short of personal beds. And some of these are going to be masterwork beds, so there's going to be some lucky dwarves. And when they get their own rooms, it's just going to be an outstanding thing for them. Oop, I put that one in the wrong spot. I'll have to cancel that. Alright, that should be enough for my dwarves to get them at least set up. So this will allow us to house 80 dwarves when it's completed, minus the ones that get their own rooms for like mayoral stuff, which we still don't have a mayor, which is, I think you're supposed to get one after 20 dwarves, but there may have not been a election. I don't know how the dwarves determine it. I usually just find out later that I have a mayor at some point, and usually it's because a mandate has been made, much to my chagrin. So it looks like the manager is drinking on the job. And he's going to trade at the depot. Okay, cool. He's coming up. Oh, is he already there? Oh, shoot. Alright. Now, let's see here. I'm not going to give him my finished goods bin. Kind of want to just give him this whole bin. I wish it didn't have the pigtail ropes in it. But I think because it is a masterwork bin and I have some good items in it, it's worth a lot. So I'm going to trade that to him. That gives us almost 2,300 worth of trade. Now, what do we want from them? I think I want cloth and leather. Take that cloth bin and take this leather bin. Saw some interesting leather. How do you get Nautilus leather? Huh. Alright. And then we want, I don't want anything that expensive. But copper bolts, we'll go ahead and take those. Ah, you guys have iron anvils. I'm going to go ahead and take all those. I think we're pretty good on food. Watermelons. Backpacks, I think we're good on. I see no reason that we need trap components. Could get a book or two, but I don't think we're at that point in our fortress. And I want to see if maybe one more thing. Let's go ahead and take this copper pick, even though we can make one ourselves. And I don't need a great axe, I just need a simple battle axe or something like that. Well, we'll take their copper picks. They're not worth a huge amount. And then I could go ahead and get some of the, I'm going to take the black sand bag. Could go ahead and get some of the armor from these guys, but I would actually rather make my own. And let's throw like another like cloth bin or something. And leather bin. And they still get a good amount of trade, but we get a decent amount as well. So let's see if they'll take this. Yes, they will. All right. So no longer need a trader at the depot, and I think we're gonna stop it there. Um, or actually, let this episode run a little longer. Um, but when we come back, I think we're finally gonna get our military up and running because we have some bolts. Not as many as I would like, but we have a whole bunch of copper, and I can go ahead and smelt those. I have some leather, so I can go ahead and start turning those into pieces of armor. And I have a whole bunch of extra dwarves, so I think that's going to be a good idea. So thank you for joining me. This has been Dwarf Fortress, and I'm Inverta Umbra. Have a good one.